Hi guys, this is another video for the DS708, and today we are working on a quite old car though. Is a Kia Sorento, I believe is how you pronounce it, and this is the 2.9 CRDI, so it's a diesel, and is a 2003 model. Now I'm gonna try to be very brief. I would like to do a kind of a disclaimer, if you wanna class it as like that, which is I do not have any connections other than be the owner of a DS708. I have no connections, no relationship with Hotel UK or Maxidas, whatever. So I do not want to make these videos to look as any sort of publicity or advertising. I've never ever mentioned in my videos, or I've never advised on my videos to go and buy this scanner. I've never put any links to the vendors or to the representatives. So I do not represent Hotel in any way. I hope that becomes very clear. The only reason why I do these videos is very quick. I'll try very quick to explain why. When I was looking for the scanner, I was on a indecision between three scanners, which was the Autoboss V30 and the Launch X431. They were all pretty much on the same price range, and when I was looking for information about them, you can find obviously the support car list on their websites and everything, but in the real world you can't really find a lot. So that's the reason why I've decided to make these videos. If I would have bought the Autoboss V30, I would be making videos for the Autoboss V30. If I would have bought the Launch, I would be making videos for the Launch. The day I decide to replace this scanner, probably I'll carry on making videos with whichever scan I decide to buy. So hopefully you're still watching this video with no more delays. Let's gonna go then make a quick scan on this car, see what the DS708 is capable of. So this is a Kia Sorento, so basically we need to go Asian first. We go to Kia. And we're gonna go to Auto Vehicle Detect. So the area is classed as general. I would like to change this to, hang on, let's gonna go back. Okay, you have three options here. Diagnostics, software, area configuration. You can have a manual vehicle select. I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the area first, and I want to go to Europe. And now I'm going to do auto scan, or a vehicle detection, sorry. And we're going to put the VIN in. Because I've scanned the car already, the VIN is already pre-saved over here. We'll just press OK. And hopefully that will tell me which car we are working on. So there we go. So it's a Sedona, I think is how you pronounce it. It's a 2003, it's a diesel, 2.9, and we press OK. So you have two options here. So now a lot. And as always, obviously, control units, even manual selection, it doesn't give you a lot. But what we're going to do is, like always, we're going to do the auto scan. I don't think I'm going to pause the video. These might going to be quite quick, hopefully. So there's 3 faults under the engine. This is a manual, so hopefully so this is a manual, so that will not find the automatic transmission. Okay, so I've ended up by pausing the video. It's taking too long. So the AT he says he found something, but I believe this is not to do with the transmission, as obviously this is a manual. It's something to do with the axle, the differential. Apparently there's some electronics on it. I'm a little bit disappointed because with this, first he failed to identify two systems here, although they are fitted, and he has been for about 4 or 5 minutes attempting to scan the airbag system, and he failed. So what we're gonna do is as normal, I'm gonna go to engine. And obviously we'll skip the first ones. So let's gonna go to live data. It's gonna go to complete list. Okay, some status at the start. And now some live data below. So you have rail pressures in there. You have pedal sensors, AGR positions. So yeah, not bad. So the target, fuel pressure, some useful live data here. So it's not bad at all for live data. Active tests, quite a few as well. Disable injectors as well, so not bad. Some useful things here. ECU information. Not a lot. And special functions. So on the special functions we have to input, so this is to calibrate the injectors, so to put the injector codes. You have ECU initialization. If it works, that's good. And a fuel leakage test. It's gonna go to this AT. So only 3 options here. Live data. So that's funny. It's been here for about 3 minutes. Try to load the live data and it comes up with this. Okay. Okay, let's go back. I must say it's very, very slow. It's very slow reading some modules. I'm gonna have to pause again because otherwise it just make this video way too long. Okay, let's go now. ABS module. Press OK. It's gonna give me 2 options here. I don't have a clue which one is, to be honest, so let's gonna try the first one. So we failed to communicate with the first one. It's going to go back. It's going to try the second one. And same thing. We're gonna go back. It's gonna try the Immobilizer system. See what this is. So he got in there. So let's gonna go to live data, see what it says. Complete list. So you give us all the options. Not a lot. It just tells me the number of keys, but it's some useful information. Go back, special functions. So there's a few things here that if they work, they won't be bad. So password teaching or changing the password of the car, neutral model, limp home mode, and teaching. So if I select the first one, so that's what's come up with. I'm not gonna touch these guys because I'm not familiar with the Kia system, so I'm not gonna do any change on here. Ask me for a PIN code. So I'm not familiar, but it seems to work, so which is good. You can obviously learn keys and stuff like that. And this would be the end of the video, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go software area. I'm gonna change this to general. Okay, and we're gonna detect the vehicle as a general Kia motor and see if that gives us any more options. Or so the VIN is already here. Press OK. That's okay. And all I'm interested on, I'm not gonna go on auto scan again. All I'm interested on, so the AT guys was for this automatic transaxle. It's gonna go into ABS, and I'm gonna try the ABS again. Surely it's gonna fail again, but we'll have a go. Once again, it's failed. We're gonna try once again the second one, which I can only think is gonna fail as well. And once again, it's failed to communicate. I'm just gonna try one last thing, which is try it with the engine running. So the engine is now running, so I'm gonna try that one again. Once again, it failed. I'm gonna try this one now, just to see what happens, but the expectations are not too high. So once again, it failed. I'd like just to highlight number 5 says to connect the Kia 20. This car is actually a OBD16, so it doesn't have this port. So so we can't communicate really with that. And one last time, I'm gonna try with the airbag, see if we can establish communication with that. Once again, no communication with the airbag systems. What I'm gonna do now, but I'm gonna pause the video, I'll come back at the end. What I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna try the USA as well. Okay, and I will report back if we can establish any communication with those two ECUs with these settings. Funny enough, it's not allowing me to. Obviously the Kia, and then you have Europe, EUP is from Europe, so obviously it's not allowing me to go through the USA area. I might try this one last, as just to rule out any possibilities to communicate with those two modules. Alright guys, I managed to get in communication with the airbag module. See there, the light for the airbag is now on the dash because I'm scanning the module. I had to go through manual vehicle selection, and although when it comes to the engine type it doesn't come up with that, you need to follow the steps, and after the vehicle selection, when I select Sorento, after that he asked me for the engine. The engine on this car is not available, but I select one engine, and it then gives me the main menu, which I'll show you when we go out of here. And in the menu you can actually go to airbags, and you actually manage to establish communication. So we skip, just because it was so difficult to communicate with this. I'm gonna see, so there's one code on history. Let's gonna try to delete this code, see if it works. Engine on, ignition on, engine off. So that's it. So let's pray yes, yes. See if we can delete that code. See if it works. Okay. Now let's gonna read the codes again. So no codes. Let's gonna have a look at live data, see what we can see in there, if anything. So it was no live data. And ECU information. Version 1.3049. So that's it, but we managed to communicate with the airbag module. Now, I would like to say, so I will show you the back. So this is the menu. As you can see, that is in purple already because I've been there already, but I can't communicate with the brakes. And if we go back, so this is the only engine that comes up, which is now the engine fitted on this car. So obviously I've selected 2003, and a Sedona, sorry, it's not Sorento, it's Sedona. But despite all my efforts, I couldn't communicate with the ABS systems, guys. Despite all my efforts. So, conclusion, if you need a scanner to scan Kias, do not buy this machine because you will be disappointed, to say the least. So guys, what to say, thank you for watching. Any questions, as always, put them below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And that's it. Thank you for watching, guys.